matchup stylistically. I think GX are coming into this tournament, for me, as maybe even the most interesting EMEA team, certainly as far as how they play like the defensive sides, you know, how they run so many aggro set strats, and against paperex, who are probably the most unique team of all time in Valorant, I think this should make for a very interesting stylistic game.
Going to be GX on the attack side to start us off, and already Ara's gotten himself pretty deep up mid. Something ready for it, turns to flash, and now for contact is just too good! What an opener! Talk about wind taken out of the sails for GX. Spike dropped in mid, and Cloud and Westside trembling hands to pick up the pieces.
Yeah, something pretty much just continuing the reign of terror that he has been on throughout Stage 2 until now. And one of the absolute peaks of his career at the moment. Forsaken caught getting a tad bit too adventurous, perhaps, in mid. So the tiniest of openings for GX, the paperex are ready to just flood onto them and get an ace.
The lace for the boy, jump, bounce, just like Bambi.
Something! Yellow!
What he came for! Pistol round
Opening
ace for
ace.
something. And PRX start out with a very nice little burst of confidence. And this is why PRX can get away with such ridiculous stuff, Wyatt. They have this individual talent. I feel like it's rarely seen at this level.
Absolutely not. It's just across the entire team. They're all capable of this, but genuinely though, yeah, Something's form at the moment has just been utterly outrageous, even for his standards. Feels like he's hitting a real career high at the perfect time right now heading into Champions.
That 1v2 clutch with the off on bind against Sheila Gaming had my jaw on the floor. The guy is ridiculous.
Oh. And he gets away with 1 HP under a lot of pressure there with the judge. That 0 point connects onto a couple players, so a good paranoia is sent in. Device so weak on account of Aura.
Still having to fight for a spot. Patman having trouble digging him out of Switcher.
Yeah, that was some pretty solid detail actually from GX to get back in there with the 0 point into the paranoia. Couple kills. They're going to get the spike down. A low HP for Westside. He has picked up that stinger. Definitely needs to play close range. Wants to play a flash even, but caught.
Pretty isolated there, Flickless, without an opportunity to actually get involved, and now that slow orb will make it difficult for him to work his way back out. Defuse here for PRX, and the important weapons will be main.
We don't really feel pressure. We're GX. People didn't even think we were going to be here. We're going up against the best team in the world. The reigning champions from Toronto. We have 3 rookies. We don't have any pressure. We're huge underdogs.
Devi trying to hold close here. It's going to be a steel garden thrown out. Ara already got himself over towards that spawn side. Not a lot to see there. Selling out Cloud is all the way back there. What a wrap here for Forsaken.
Ooh.
TP obviously gets himself in a position now to harry them from defense spawn.
Okay, it's okay.
From the attack side even. And so Grabinho never really got to set foot on this B site at all.
What a crazy counterplay from Forsaken to just disrupt the plans of GX entirely.
Ooh.
I mean, look at the X's being puts together a really sick multi-kill.
Remember that solo hold for Jing with the wall sets up the double face in mid for that spam kill. So sick.
Wow, paranoia straight away catches everyone. Slow orb as well. Oh my god, this is miserable.
Doesn't know where to be. Here comes the shock darts. This could be painful. Patman's got another one where that came from. Grabinho would love to get up on the corner, but Jing has been felled.
Everyone on GX aside from Westside just damaged up. Hit now spam. They are all so weak. Sold out. Double flash.
But Paranoia to get them on the speedway here. Patman respects it though. Tries to fold away. Forsaken TP out in the open. Apparently Flickless punishes. Null command. This is dangerous here. That util turned off. Patman has to fight out in a fashion way, and that is beautifully done. But Westside will be waiting. Look how low he and Flickless are. By no means a sure thing for GX. It's up to Divide to dig them out. Flickless low drifts across the side. Westside will be set up on the speedway. Drop down on the side and wins it out. 12 and 8 for Westside.
Oh my god, man. Up or just a deep flash. No, it's just going to be a straight up contact down. They've got some sheriffs on catwalk. That good long range. Matter of fact, they have 4 sheriffs just across the board. There's a lot of classics and at least some armor. So
I think PRX have snipped this out. I think they realize something is a foot behind them. So now they'll accelerate now through B main paranoia. Is an option, of course. They get smoked off the B main and just walk straight through it. So tick-tock, though. GXR got to start nipping at their heels, and G might be the first to see it. He thinks about it. Timing's not quite there for him, though. Spotted out already. And there's Patman. Might have to do something about this. Ara with the stopping power to put 2 PRX players in the dirt.
Not a lot of util to work with for PRX. Just that one paranoia for Forsaken. Can it get a good connection? Something playing up close. 2 players all the way back.
With Razorvine there. Cleared by Ara. Oh,
wow, something takes a timing off that. What a bold play.
Gravino's also quite low as he tries to make his way onto the side. A decent 0 point now, but PRX are ready to fight for their lives in this site. Gonna be 3 players come downstairs. Something that gets attention along with Forsaken to the rest of it. And that is a 3v5.
Actual Cypher one trick, but plays Cypher as much as he possibly can because he's so good on the agent, so strong at anchoring. That is going to be the test for paperex.
Already audacious early posturing from Ara up mid. Wanting to claim this space, and no one from PRX looking to challenge top mid themselves. They play to the externalities of the map.
Westside has pushed up quite far into B main, can just play this angle, try to get a headshot tap, run away back to that Cypher setup. If they chase, it's really close for him. Take some damage, definitely needs to be on the run. Do paperex try to accelerate to actually catch him going to backside? There are trips close on this choke. One of them just procced by that clone, destroyed by a shock afterwards.
Okay, able to bring Westside down eventually. I think he was concerned about a push up into his other tripwire. Couldn't play off it.
Something gets backside very quick off that teleport. And now GX having to play a 4-on-5 retake, make that 3-on-4.
Spike planted.
Ara turns up with the operator. It's more than Forsaken can handle.
paperex had to buy very late coming through B main. I think he'll potentially be this critical factor if GX do go for the retake.
It's being smoked for. GX trying to cover that at least. Now making away towards switch. It's actually something back in the side, got picked up. No. What a flash! What a setup for Flickless. And Ara's got himself a rifle to work with now. Patman about to be swarmed. Finds the first. That was the Blade Storm now down for Ara. Divided the rescue off. A good timing out of B main. Gets the Speedway. Flickless now has the dance. Dodge. Duck, dip, and dive.
He's gotten it to half.
Wow. Divide over the top though is able to put him out of the game. But man, that was as close as it gets. There have been no clean hits from Plants. They want to get in an anchor and they want to throw down. Bloody hell. I mean, Gravino sat inside Jing's smoke that he tries to, or rather Forsaken smoke that he tries to TP into. These guys are not giving any ground.
Just uses that as his own anchor smoke, basically. All right, what is the plan here for GX with a few players towards mid? They've been doubling up Gravino, Flickless towards Cat early round a lot.
This goes here.
Do they try to go for something proactive on a round where they know paperex will have some kind of big ult play in, as the idea? And yeah, they do. I think that's a good move. Try to do something to disrupt the plan that Alex has just provided to the team. And the timeout.
Oh my God.
This is not the first time we've seen this push up in the mid for GX.
Gravino can stay pretty damn aggro because he can teleport whenever he wants. Yeah, he's just going to do that now after getting the first kill. Safe line, but they've got the advantage. Just get out. It's totally fine, right?
Gate crash at home, really.
Smoke off, so the res can come through onto something. That's one ultimate expended for paperex. Very important one, obviously. So, though it always feels bad that your opening kill amounts to effectively nothing, hey, you got a crucial ult out of paperex, so.
But that's your early mid-control smoke burn.
Who's next?
By Forsaken.
And now an immediate pivot to B main, where this dimensional drift will be used by something. You will soon learn that the B site is absolutely free for the taking. paperex can maneuver their way in and will be headed towards just a big 5-on-5 retake in which Devi has the steel garden ready to go, but Market not smoked off. Patman, Cotton, GX, it looks like they want to accelerate.
They don't have the smoke because they had to use it in order to get the res up land. Already PRX's util is being taxed before they even hit this B site. The slow warp though towards defense side spawn denies any anchor, any fight for space for GX. They have to play retake now.
paperex will have to get a really good timing out of B main. They have two players there right now. Paranoia into the steel garden. It looks like they want to fight.
It's timely.
No, they're going to take it slow.
Devi and something opt to just stay in B main, just to ratchet the suspense up to 10. Primary's now going to be available. Devi tries to swing off that, but there's Westside inside the fight. Flickless down, Gravino finds him, and GX! Unreal! Gladiators inside this B site. A hard-fought round that gets them the lead.
What a retake. That is astounding from GX. They open it with this kill, trade it for the res, sure.
3%.
But then from there, in the site, I mean, Westside just deletes both anchors.
Enemy remaining.
He is in outrageous form at the moment. paperex were fully divided 2 and 2, 2 B main, 2 on site.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, Alex is questioning why. paperex.
Look at this top mid grouping.
Can they get back into this must-win round of GX? They'll be on match point. The economy for the defenders still strong at the moment. Patman is built to that Hunter's Fury, and honestly, you know, paperex, one thing they have done a great job of on this attack side is controlling the orb game, right? Yeah. Despite using it just a couple rounds ago, Devi is almost at that steel garden.
But in doing so, they often give up mid early, which is allowed for these plays from GX through it. This time, 3 players up mid, they are going for it.
All the way up mid, use that wall to cross from spawn so you can't get shot, flash for lane, something ready to go in.
Cloud on west side fully anchored for this now, though they are tucked inside Boathouse. Cypher U2 coming up, and Patman's trying to clear them out. The perfect opener, but Cloud is ready on the swing.
Two.
And there's more coming. He might just be ready. What a flash from Flickless again! The setup is too good.
Bro.
Ara gets involved. Cloud's able to hold his own. And PRX are down to just Patman, who was supposed to be the one that opened the way up. Let them move in behind this Hunter's Fury. Now he's going to do it himself. This could be the map.
30 seconds left.
Aura on the angle, ready to go. The double swing out. I mean, GX, they come into this playing the oldest comp in the book for Ascent, the classic. And you don't really see it too much anymore. And I think it's valid if you have questions about, man, they're still running this. But then you watch them play it, and look at the timing on this. The flash over the top with the double bounce, Recon comes out. It is just perfect from them. I mean,
Ball comes up, GX still with a map win at their fingertips. Putting PRX out of commission is a hard ask, but look at this mid-take again! PRX play more towards an A side of the map. They don't get involved here, and they don't see Ara coming.
It is the last round of this game, potentially, and GX play with no fear at all.
And a real stop from GX. Red is butted. And they're choosing this over the Haven, which is a good map for PRX.
Ultimately, though, paperex across this year, I believe they're 18-5 on this map. So I think despite losing it in the last couple of outings, I want to feel that that's not indicative of some kind of downtrend. They're sticking to the same comp. GX played this a couple times late in Stage 2, really against only the cream of the crop EMEA teams. They seem to only play this map against some of the best in the game. This one obviously follows that trend. paperex love this double duelist here. They're pushing out, taking some space A main early.
Look at this already. B door opened up by GX. They get that mound control.
GX love this play. They love taking C mound, opening door, fighting into B main. When
Fast
Aura
rotates.
has an op, they'll do that as well later. But yeah, paperex, they are just on the move. They want to get into this A site. West side is anchoring, heavily committed.
Okay, this Rapper's going to come from GX, but it's going to take some time to get up from Rubble. In the meantime, West side has to hold on, and the clone catches him out.
Yeah, that's the wrong Yoru, my friend. GX, obviously, as we were saying, they were very fast out of C. They're all now on this flank. And paperex, they are aware of the situation. Look at the way they position themselves on the site. Taking space towards Heaven is a really nice idea. Jin can even rat back towards Stairs. This is going to be tough for GX.
Taking shots though through the smoke. Robinho pushing up on the stairs. That's Jing out of the picture. Now PRX knocked down to 4. Paranoia comes on through. Something no found Cloud as he attempted to get into the site. And now the challenge towards upper. Ara wins it out, but finds himself alone. And Forsaken will swoop in to give PRX the start they need.
Yeah, they really, I think, inevitably cement themselves the win when they just flip the site, get into Heaven. Even Jing, he loses that duel on Stairs, a little unfortunate, but ultimately still, they're at a man disadvantage, having to retake with 2 players in Heaven for the attackers. Like, paperex just positionally play that well.
If there's a fast rotate coming, PRX know they can't afford to be slowed down by stalled util. That Viper wall on A, they're just disrespected. They've got to run in a tree. They've got to play with that speed and give themselves a player advantage on site. So now, anti-eco here for GX. They're, again, really active on look at what they're doing over at A, right? Really a lot of dynamism here. How do you punish this sort of fast rotate style?
I mean, they can just exploit GX's rotates by drawing them really quickly. Wow, okay, West side just, all right. Random break. Oh my God, he almost one-shots Devi.
Down to 20. Cloud has to back away though from this paint shell. A lot done here by West side. GX ready to fight into the side as the smoke clears, but something cleverly picks Ara off with a wider angle and then waits for GX to walk into his crosshairs. 3 for something. PRX, no nonsense on this anti-eco.
On the verge of some real danger, but they are able to win out the important
Prevent side setup for GX.
And now it looks like paperex, they want to make some sound here towards A, and then something can just teleport over. Thought maybe they were going to try to bring him over towards that seaside to get the orb. They had mound control.
Something just did not like the prospect of being dug out of rubble there. So opted to leave instead. Going to work this rubble, re-clear it slowly. The horn into that B side reveal Ara.
this time. Obviously set up adjustment from GX on this defense, having that duo of Westside and Flickless towards C. The other trio, emphasis on A. Aura in a fairly committed position. Grabinho trying his best to support, trying his best to draw attention, and he does. So 1 for 1, but a fast trade from Divide.
Aura getting his big. He took a lot of damage just crossing to that position, but blinker and you'll miss it, folks. GX get hammered. There towards that baby door direction. Divide with 3 already. Westside doesn't have a lot of business, I think, being anywhere near the B sides.
He is shredding them apart, and off of all that distraction, you just had Patman, Forsaken, kind of biding their time towards the main to take the perfect moment. GX pivoting the setup, just kind of bouncing, ping-ponging Westside back and forth from that A site to the C site to keep paperex guessing. You are fully invested into this round. Would love to get that showstopper access for Jing. Finally. Oh, but what a tap! That's mental.
There's that individual prowess from something on display. Get a weapon upgrade for himself, going into baby door. We'll have some backup that might pivot towards a B hit from that. Flickless is going to be the one that has to stand tall in the face of this level of pressure. Steps up, knows it's coming, and try and take matters into his own hands, but something still has the Guardian. His head off, through with the Guardian. Bro, it refuses to be stopped.
They're not even going to the B site. paperex are just on the way over to A. Little bit of a TDM round there, felt like. What was that first shot, though? Stunner from back rubble. Oh, wow.
Goodness.
I mean, a jiggle to bait the shot, then swings a bit wider, instant tap.
Yeah, he's still a little different. Holy is right. 4-2. Site. And now GX fight through the razor vine to get to within 2 rounds here.
paperex are so heavily invested into this round. If GX take it here, they'll be on a bad by paperex that last round. A real shot at actually bringing this back to 6.
They don't want to deal with this mound fight this time. PRX instead head over towards A, always looking towards Westside site.
Oh
my god, this guy is just something else, man.
Yeah, you just really don't want to be headed towards Westside site.
Where are you supposed to go? Home?
You roll the die, 3 options. Sadly, you hit his site.
All right, Flickless here, Razor Vine-Ups blooming in front of him. No success with spam through that cyber cage. Westside wants to get active on the side. He walks though up on Jing, who this time is ready to throw down into the back of the site. Jing goes and out to upper. Full site control for PRX. And GiantX have Aura and Cloud. We need to work together to piece this out.
And those anchors who have typically been an absolute wall, just depleted by paperex. Horn round for their money. Aura into this 1 versus 3. Does he even want to risk it with the op? Actually, yeah, he has a ton of cash. He can go for the play. Why not? Just send it.
Time is short.
The timing.
The harder he can make this next round for PRX, the better. It'll be the last round of the half. Aura, since getting that op in hand, we've seen what he can do with it. He's absolutely dynamic.
It gets a showstopper. So, hey, little consolation prize. He'll take it. He will take it. Get out of the round with that.
Here for Aura.
Instant sees with the nade this time. Not gonna catch it. Jing collects all 3.
PRX knew exactly where they were walking.
No, koneksi anjing. Bang, yang bener aja sih, Bang.
This time.
Fastest round I've ever seen in Valorant. I mean, what was that, 5 seconds?
Very no-nonsense stuff. This time, PRX meet GX head on. Love to see that.
What was the clock on that?
Yellow.
Genuinely, was that 5 seconds? 6 seconds?
We're about to see. All right, while we do see this again, we're going to go a quick break. We'll come back, of course, with the next half of Lotus.
Yay, yellow.
That element of rascality in PRX that they can't deny. It takes a will for them and it runs them headlong into a brick wall.
A very quick take of A now from GX, already working their way into tree, which is being smoked off, but it's Grabinho who's gotten into stairs. Might catch Forsaken on the rotate.
No, Forsaken!
Is this all of it? Forsaken thought he was clever getting up on the corner, but Grabinho was far further forward than he expected.
What a kill. Has the paranoia lineup for backside as well. He catches Patman.
Patman out in the open. Aura able to take that fight, and Jing knew he had the dark. He knows this question, the better part of Valor now, the pressure is on.
Whoa,
that correction. 3 for Jing, and this fight goes loose. It's at the back of the site. And GX had to get Flickless and Westside up here to wrest it out of his grip.
remaining.
And what have they got to do with absolutely no tools? paperex are now
Nice!
oh, man. That flooding effort to support Jing, who really does it all. The weapons for GX just not good enough, and the aim from Jing is really sickening.
But Corbino got so deep. The kill upstairs, pick on something, paranoia.
Hey,
Surely that's enough to work with. But the timing's not there. The spacing for GX as they try and capitalize. They only get the one kill off it.
That first player was a little bit too early. The Sheriff's just not really enough for the trade there either. Really, really sick sequence of kills though from Jing. That was beautiful.
Jing quiet, honestly, up until this point. Now in the 10 spot.
Could go for some kind of crazy double satchel with the showstopper off here. He can get some insane distance if he wants to do it.
The PRX looking for a delayed rebel fight by the looks.
It's so you never see two players stacked up there. That is so silly.
No, timing.
There are a lot of things I've never seen until PRX do them. Second back onto the A side now. Has to think twice about setting up in tree. Paranoia drawn out. Now as the door opens, the Gorbino's hoping to get ahead.
Jing on the rotate over towards A heaven. If GX commit, they're still staring down the barrel of this showstopper.
Oh, thought he had a timing, but Gorbino has room to recover.
And now Jing is just solo, all alone.
Done this again. He's done this before.
Oh no.
Ah, he gets chomped on. Paranoid, Prowler out, and still something controls that high ground. He's gonna rip the showstopper. Gorbino can't get away in time. This time Jing relies on his teammates for success.
Nice.
And that's also solid strategy. West side to the back of the side, it's something felled. Patman around the corner, sees in place. The West side is an easy target, a tasty morsel.
Patman threw up a great haunt in the middle of that fight that was unbroken by GX. I believe that's how something was able to get the kill from heaven. Arrived just on time, but would have been, I think, maybe a little too late. If this haunt didn't come in, he wouldn't have been able to support, but look at this.
He also just creates space for that showstop. Look at Robinho, immediately trying to get away. No chance, correct hit.
Let's go! Holy shit, man! Good job!
Great flood there by PRX, something so important from upper there.
That was huge from Patman to get that piece of utility off for something to support Jing, who was about to be overwhelmed. And it sent GX reeling onto this pretty tough little half-5. Bucky involved, even West Side opportunity, but shots not connecting.
It's a very GX-coded start to the round for PRX. Determined mount control, the opening of B door to force the attackers back further. This map control now has been taken and given. By GX. Just don't have the weapons to thrive in this scenario. Grabino is able to get deep now. The iconic Bucky skin will be shut down. Devi for 4.
Devi is hitting on this map, and it's just feeling quite effortless, honestly. Putting up the 9th.
Number 18.
GX is trying to keep it simple with this brawl on A, but paperex are going to fight.
Ara has to go down there. Nothing he could really do. Seized in place by the looks of things. And there's something. There's PRX now. This is where their bread is buttered. And it never falls by the side. Down quiet. Something. X's with 3.
We have gotten some very fast rounds of Valorant on account of paperex relentlessness, just that willingness to fight. Full brawl in A standard, you get your C's, you get your nade back rubble, so even though Aura is able to capitalize with Jing's really quick push with those double satchels and catching him immediately just trade it out, post-mortem by the nade. And look at the way that paperex, just all the rest of the players are swinging together.
They're now imposing
Beautiful,
themselves on GX. There was a rubble fight that followed a mound fight. Both successful for PRX, playing up on the defense side. They're going to go for a mound variation here. There'll be nothing to see for them, but maybe a fast flank opportunity.
A, bro.
GX again just out of A, but paperex have map
What?
elsewhere. Devaya, very confident with that swing, I would say.
Something in theory had him covered, but the Rose was not enough to guarantee success there. Well, it's a PRX round, one after another after another.
Last player standing.
Okay,
Yeah, it
boys.
feels like they really wanted to get this one over with fast.
Ace,
But
Jason.
the eagerness to do so has extended us by at least one more.
Yeah, brimming with confidence is the polite way of putting it there for PRX.
And I get it. I get it. Devon to fight for early, as of late, but this time ultimately pretty free.
There's no C's nade combo as the Fade and Raze both over at B. PRX trying again to gamble on the right position, but this allows for a faster reflank.
Very fast reflank, 3 players. There is obviously this trip place behind by Westside that'll need to be broken, unless maybe they want something to just teleport across and they go elsewhere. Regardless, very fast from GX into this very free C site.
Forsaken's mandate, strictly do not die. Hold the paranoia until we're ready to try and flood in.
Flickless is in so much danger. There's a player in blue room as well.
Grabino here sees the clone. Now the Viper Wall comes up. This is going to allow PRX to get in position, but also GX to defensively set up behind it. Sees comes in. They are decayed down. Easy targets. Patman with the critical utility at the most important moment. Now the Nightfall comes through onto the side. Cloud here playing through tree. That door is opening. He sees it. Wouldn't have heard it otherwise. It's Jing toying with him, trying to keep him busy, keep his attention. Catnips in the fight, and he wins it out anyway. PRX, as only they know how. Claim the map on an awkward buy. Two sheriffs, couple of Bulldogs in the mix. That night hider in this series as well. Sunset floated by both teams. Neither probably felt the need to be picking it here. But for GX, it's been one of their best maps, and we've already got to see it on Parade against Sentinels, and they smoked them. That was not a close game.
This is the map where GX have the most depth in their strat book, which is really, I think, juxtaposed to a talking point from Lotus. And I would say that's very similar for paperex. They have a number of crazy things they like to throw out there with this Sage, which they liked before Sage was even buffed. So it's just very convenient for them.
They rolled Chila Gaming on this too. Both teams have already shown their sunset at Champions. Will that tape matter? Was there enough time to start to integrate an understanding of how one another play?
Something does play great over here, by the way, as he just shuts down the flank with some very smooth taps. And Patman says, why not me too?
Yep, I'm going to get involved. Don't leave me out.
One ghost headshot, please. And it's down to two GX players, one of which is now one way in spawn, the other which is staring down two players over at Link. Long range frenzy, and something just gets poured. He has been absolutely lethal on pistol rounds today.
I mean, he exits that last map with 275 ACS. He's 5-2, first kill, first death. But what's even crazier to me statistically is that PRX, they go down 4v5, what, 15 times?
Yeah,
they win 8 of those rounds. They convert a player disadvantage 8 out of 15 times. That's insane. That is an insane
what happens
conversion.
when if they get the first kill?
They are more likely to win the round if they lose the first player, Wyatt.
All right. All classics here for GX, who already honestly have just impressed me by taking a map off PRX, keeping it close on the second. To just go back to the story of this game. Oh my god. Well, all right, well, I was going to wait a second depending on what Westside did next, but I mean, just seeing GX, who finished 7th, 8th kickoff, 9th, 10th stage 1, and are taking it to the defending champions in paperex, the best team in the world right now. What an ascension for this team over the last few months.
Yeah, what did they change? They just added some rookies to their roster. This round, of course, it's a very lightly held B side, and the Cypher setup is circumvented only the cost of one player, so it ends up being fairly clean.
Quad. Westside with the deep cam into B main, so they can product that a little bit, but then just have that for later in the round if necessary. But probably won't survive till later in the round. Jing wants to break that. ASAP trap play activated.
Try and play ahead of this fault line here, but very quickly PRX get back. That's a thrust for GX that is avoided.
A good nade thrown there from Jing just to deactivate any acceleration that GX might have had in store for them with that trap play, double stun, relabel fault line. So it's nice that paperex are able to bait out so much utility early.
GX very quickly now just assemble behind that top mid smoke, ready for a fight.
I mean, look at this position by Westside over on B, by the way. He is just hard committed to holding this angle in main. That is some bold stuff. He has the cage to play off of.
Are they going to reclaim B main again? They thought about it. Aro definitely thought about it. Our drone come in though, and that is dealt with now. Pull back a little bit and leave Ara close to the door.
And this time they're just set up with a fault line defensively when the pop comes in. paperex have to be worried about getting stunned here, but they baited it out.
Okay, Jing no unaffected by the fault line. Ara realizes this, so doesn't fully swing around that corner. Instead leaves it up to Westside. Gotta be recovered here. Jing gets tucked in on the side. That's where the flash comes from, though, and something does get across. Flickless is going to be busy on this left side of the site, and there was a Sage Wall to cover the market push. PRX have kind of accounted for everything here. Very meticulous hit onto the side. And Grabino has very little to see with the remnants of the wall in his way.
Cloud has to be careful about corners. Oh, directly to his left and right. Gabrino removed, and paperex, too many numbers to overwhelm Cloud. They win those crucial backside fights as well. Swings from Jing, something on opposite sides, a pillar. And I think they did a good job earlier in the round of getting so much of that defensive stall util out. Nara doesn't have a relay bolt for main there. They mostly dodge out that second fault line that cycles back up as well.
You can see the tendency for GX. As PRX Al drone out, Ara is walking forward, maybe to re-clear lobby with West Side. They're always looking to fill that space with some form of proactivity.
Still a buy for GX, however, but a necessary round win when you took into account the economy for paperex just then.
The door coming down, shot at.
Now with that dark cover thrown top right mid by Forsaken, that's certainly implying that there may be some intention for paperex to work up mid, and you can see that that's resulted in Cloud having to pick up Boba. But that is all just, you know, sort of minor distraction laid as paperex intend on going towards A.
Aldrone to clear this corner, respecting how far GX are pushed. Ara almost made that one-way work against him. Pac-Man ultimately couldn't punish meaningfully. Rubinho takes a hit off that. PRX decide to go elsewhere. Smoke to top mid. This one not really prepared for by GX. They'll have a crossfire though.
And now a good thing for paperex is that they're drawing Flickless around the map with that utility. Isn't posted up in a great spot to support the anchors on B main right now. Something with that ultimate through. Does it get a tag? No, just out the way is Cloud. Oh, doesn't dodge the second.
Forsaken also lit up there as Flickless is able to take him out of the game early. Pac-Man trying to get quickly up from Market, and he does into Boba. Now Jing, Showstopper on site. It's a bit wayward, but Dubai is there to deliver. Now Cloud tucked in that corner. Ara on a late reflank here. There's an opportunity here. If he can disrupt the plant. Yes, spike loose. Ara ready to fight for it now. Relay bomb thrown out, but didn't quite have the depth. So Jing handles him.
10 seconds left.
Low HP is Cloud, backside left alone. What is the maneuver?
Running's pretty bad.
Back up in just a few seconds.
19 points of health for Cloud.
I mean, surely you go for the 1 versus 2, right? Even with such low HP.
You can get heads turned away with this recon. Not the opportunity. I think he realizes they're tucked in the corner, and a clean double swing from PRX. Gets them 3 rounds ahead.
Yeah, they know Cloud is just so weak. Time to run at him, double face. There's no way he wins out both. And Flickless does, get back to that site at a reasonable pace. I mean, that's
this Sage utility is going to be a pain.
Man, Aura rushes it just a little bit at the end there. If he waits fully for that spike to be recovered, maybe someone to run towards it, then relay, waste a little bit more time.
I think the relay pulls up a little short. I don't know if it catches on the Jing, but either way, he still loses that duel. Again, GX getting busy behind that one-way A side.
GX who have
camera taken out.
Spicy wall here, Wyatt. This is just for top mid.
Cover going out.
Pac-Man on this map has a number of different walls that he will be throwing out throughout the game that constantly keep you guessing as to the intentions of paperex.
Just gives them that top mid smoke, quote unquote, on demand.
Poison's off.
Also it can imply a lot, draw players towards mid off the extremities.
Yeah, and in this instance, it gives them the opportunity to fight towards that right side.
Look at this though, GX re-clearing A main now. Tons of info for them, and a chance to threaten the Tiles player.
One of those kill trips immediately. Dealt with Rubinho. Wow, wins that out.
So the spotlight here is over at the B side though, Wyatt. Inside the smoke on Market side, West side is waiting for his moment to spring forth. Rubinho has a rifle. It's the only one though for GX here, and Flickless shows himself. That's that breach util for a retake now not available.
Ooh. Oh my god.
Okay.
West side with a crazy shot now, but something locks down the flank. Jing has been on a tear this round.
What?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
What is happening?
Just the individual gunplay here is ridiculous.
Oh my god!
West side, unreal! Something now has to stop this. They know where he's going to be. Something mindful. Mineral theft would reveal him inside main, but it's going to disrupt the plant. Grabinho now's gotten it to half, and something needs a better gun instead of reloading, and West side brings it down. The most unlikely of MasterCard thrifties there for GX comes at one of the most important moments.
What on? Giving them a bit advantage.
Yeah, we're seeing more of that attack side senti op from Dubai.
Very meta generally, but yeah, more from Devi. He was
great on Lotus too.
Yeah, on Lotus he was just a standout, right? This time, paperex back to B main, all the way grouped up. They've been doing a good job of just removing these west side trips from Choke. Again, it's just depleted. He keeps putting this one main, but the shock is breaking it from something.
There is a trip here, though, that could punish Jing, who likes to tuck in that corner after hitting the site. Well, he won't get onto the side at all. Cloud! What a Hunter's Fury. Jing and Devi already extracted from PRX's lineup.
Yeah, I mean, Devi maybe could have played to a res on Jing, but oh, then he also dies. So no one will be getting raised in this round. And we've been talking about the 4v5 for paperex, how absurd their conversion rate on that has been in this series, but the 3v5 surely not, right? Surely our 3v5 conversion rate isn't just above 50%.
Patman actually able to get a timing on Ara. Already set for the shot, forcing Ara off the lines. Trained out by Flickless now, who makes a solo venture into elbow with that screen active the last moments.
Oh no, Forsaken was making a lot of noise in B main west side. Does he dare step out?
Forsaken has a good idea. There is an op there by Forsaken, so he might have to take that up again.
I mean, what is going on now? Something has just threaded the needle into A spawn, teleport towards A for Forsaken.
He does have the spike though, so he has to give this spot up at some point.
I mean, again, something only has 12 seconds, now has to get back to the site.
10 seconds left.
Could respond.
Look at the mini-map, man. This is chaos. Now Forsaken said, okay, bet I'll take your positioning and spawn. And
what?
Catch Cloud.
He got him! He got him off the spike! That is nuts!
Oh.
Flickless, dirty, dirty work. That map was turned upside down.
Oh my, I mean, it's just pandemonium across the mini-map. But Flickless...
Too much?
No, he has just been throwing that trip pretty much every single time. And it has been getting consistently broken. But, all right, very fast Jing up mid. Paranoia through market. What? Is that a direct?
I must have been. Grabinho was in a place that's hard to hit with that showstopper. Up on top of Kiosk in the 10 spot. There's Patman. Finds himself one, but again, PRX still have that numbers advantage. Devi with a Sheriff to work with, though.
Timing out main. Forsaken swings onto west side, the lone anchor on site.
There's no eyes on main for west side. There's not much he could have done. Ara might want to try and play into the site early, or at least imply that he's done so with his fast lane.
Another round should be good as done. Only one ult necessary for this one. That is so ideal for paperex. They just have to stop Aura and Flickless.
GiantX going to play the way into the site. Ara's only had 2 frags for the half. It's been a quieter outing for the Neon.
Look at this delay, though. They're slowed on one side, walled on the other.
And Jing is going to be standing in their way now as well. Talk about arresting utility. It's just Ara in that 1 versus 3, and his troubles, his woes continue. PRX have made 7 rounds now. And like you mentioned, only at the cost of the showstopper there. They just sure that it all lines up. The Flickless was incredible on Ascent in setting him up. It's going to have to be a mirror image of that on the Sunset attack side.
That being said, if there is one agent that is also great at slowing down the pace of attackers, stalling them out, it will be that Sage. Devi's utility should have big impact here on the defense. The way that Patman anchors B with the wall is sick, but right now, B ignored by GX. It's an effort to work up towards this A side. paperex, who had been triple facing down mid, trying to take some kind of contact. They're mostly just stacked up towards Link on account of that.
Giving up for some contact here via Link, and outside of that retake, wanted to slow down this push in towards elbow. They know what's coming.
Oh, mereka masuk nih.
And they've given that part of the map up on purpose. Oh, something! Had his crosshair positioned perfectly for that, and a 6 cents for the timing.
What is up with this guy on pistol rounds? He has been a demon today.
It's practically extra sensory perception.
Now Flickless has 2 flashes. He's got the aftershock ready to play within this post by Corbino. Look at the situation he's in.
So dangerous. There was a shoulder pick, not full committal for Devi, so Jing's going to be able to take the frag.
Something again, and that's Flickless down. The utility removed.
Yep, for the retake that's going to make things pretty difficult for GX as they play off the site. Something.
Another triple. Triples on both pistol rounds.
No, he had a quad.
Oh, that was a quad on the first one? Oh, my bad.
Sorry,
and then it was an ace on map 1. And then, I mean, bro, what is going on with him today?
Again, Corbino always dangerous in a spot like this. There's a slowdown, a shoulder pick from Devi to confirm. Ara gets his in the round, but that's it. that is grim satisfaction from Coach Alex. Nothing more.
Insane. I set it back on map 1, but something's formed right now I think you could argue is maybe his all-time peak, but it's definitely one of his highest peaks he's had over the last couple months.
But more than half of his kills have come from ghost and pistol rounds.
It's great.
Just want to put that out.
Those rounds are pretty important. He's stepping up when they need him.
Second
and now
pistol, one for
got
PRX, you're right.
It's crazy.
All right, here comes Ara, steps up to the plate though. The right is very good. What a recon. Something sets up for the first kill and takes a second for himself. Jing doesn't want to be left out. Refuses to be a footnote on a round like this, but Flickless will get the drop on him. Stinger always dangerous.
By the way, we've had zero time to mention it, but that was a force from GX. No time to mention.
If it's not successful for GX, this map gets away from them pretty quickly. Tough pistol round to run into. Losing both pistols on this map, never great.
On the first half, it was a thrifty round win that got them back into it. It was West Side with a Sheriff. She has got right now. And on Ascent, it was 2 rounds like this as well. But yeah, something he is just simply not easing up.
Expecting more from that, and he was right, in a sense. Mid definitely swarming with GX players right now, but Jing is feeling himself.
Down mid.
We'll take 2 with that Spectre. It's just Cloud. Spike is in mid. It's all but impossible. And so Pistol and Anti-Eco, they pass without much event here. GX down by 5. Yeah. Talk about ideal kill allocation. You got Jing and something, the 2 best players to have those orbs fed to. Ara, only 1 kill so far this half. It's been quiet to be fair, but now gun round here for GX. No thrifty for them this time around, so they've got to do it the old-fashioned way. Get back into this game with the rifles.
Dark cover for top mid, so they can just contact their way up here. Tavai holding the angle with a very early operator. Is this something GX will be ready for? Might not even matter. They're trying to go through top mid. They're trying to split through Boba.
Slow orb to slow down this market push though, and yet GX haven't gone in there. They've got that top mid control. They're looking to try and exercise that into Boba. Tavai had to heal himself quickly. Patton with a double back over towards market. That's massive.
And everyone top mid, they're just stalled out. They're cut off because of the wall.
And how are they supposed to get this back? Flickless and Cloud, both the ones at the util.
And it is the pace that GX have just being stalled out entirely by the existence of this Sage. It is the counter to their play style. And that's exactly why. What a response to that split execute from Tavai. And then Patman, 1 versus 2 in market.
Originally, there was a slow orb there at market that made it impossible to fully split this properly.
Okay. I mean, there's even a little gap in the wall that Tavai exploits.
We actually saw that on Ascent on a number of occasions.
145, dude. 145, dude.
Showstopper use, now something, Hunter's Fury. Still no one on GX with an ultimate.
And look at where something is sat. I think he might be ready to rip this. As soon as he gets an inkling, something is up. He's going to cause a split here for Westside, eventually on his own.
And this is a split again through top mid, but this time it's Aura with a crucial kill onto Forsaken. That keeps GX in the round.
This elbow presence, though, for PRX is something of concern for GX. They have to dig it out, and look, the other arm of their pincer can't actually get past the line of scrimmage onto the A side. There's got to be a wrap, but Divai's waiting for it. Ara, though, wins it out. Now it's on Jing. He has to fight his way out of this now, but they've not checked the counter at Jing. Got himself 2. That puts PRX up in the round, and Cloud at least has the spike to recover. But the net on him is closing 2.
The late flank from Patman. He's feeling the pressure. The wall's closing in. Stuck in elbow. Has to get that spike. Does so. But now where can he plant where he feels any level of safety? He wants to draw a Patman. This is some good intuition from Cloud. He's expecting the flank.
Patman is not the player that's going to fall into this trap. The last member of PRX that's going to be fallible to it.
Something open. Facing this angle right now.
Cloud is going to have to walk across. Has to hedge his bets. The last best chance there for GX goes by the wayside. Another attempted split through mid, falls flat.
This is the kind of execute that they love to run, and it almost brought them the success that they needed, but they just didn't suspect that a second player would be an elbow, that Jing was tucked, and he saves the round for PRX with that 2-piece.
Now, GX at the 11th hour
Forcing by.
have to throw down to stay alive in this series. Well, PRX, as expected, would be advancing first out of this group to playoffs.
And it's a fast play down mid. Jing satcheling off of that paranoia.
Cloud pinged out, Forsaken. Hears all of this and chooses not to step forward. Now gets under the side of the bubble. Patman controlling it from one part of the map, and he gets his Gravino, though, 3 players now inside this elbow, and they're going to go for it. Ara throwing caution to the winds. It has to be now.
What is the maneuver for GX? They're being surrounded. There's a flank coming from their spawn side. They want to flip the map. They want to play from the defense spawn. But Cloud is caught. It's a 2 versus 4.
The head of the snake cut off. It isn't a Hydra. Will more grow? It doesn't look to be the case. It's Ara now in a 1v3, trying to relay bolt his way out of this now. Waiting on the other side is something. Waiting for his just desserts. A frustrating Ara has found himself 4. A Red Bull clutch to keep GX in the game.
Ya Allah.
He's been silent for a while, but comes back in crazy fashion with that.
Last player
Oh
standing.
my God.
Relay bolt. Might have bought in the space he needed.
What a moment.
Clutch.
Devi can't connect. You hate to have an operator against a slide like that. How are GX still in this game?
Yeah, that's a hands-to-head kind of moment there for PRX.
I was ready for the arena music to cue, players to stand up, fist bumps to start, but we're still going.
GX have been able to work with a little bit more in terms of weaponry. A lot of half armors, in fact, all of them out there, but Hunter's Fury is ready for Cloud. They're in this still. Standard one-way refresh there for Forsaken. Sees that fault line come through. This is going to pull this over of something over to Link.
Tries to get a bit of pre-fire off, and now recon paranoia just stalls up GX.
Baca lagi sama dia.
Buy some time for this rotate to be pulled across from B. GX do look committed to this.
Forsaken just jumps up to get a little bit of info.
Au.
Westside caught on the cross.
Really hoping to be a thorn and deny a wraparound, but there will be a reflank coming from PRX now, and GX know it. It's time to go. Onto the side goes Ara. Cloud trying to set him up here with a Hunter's Fury. No tags. Forsaken able to jump away from it for the most part. And now at Link, a little uncomfortable are PRX.
Cloud watching the flank. Flickless getting the spike down. What can Cloud do? 1 for 1. One more kill for Flickless. He'll get that rolling thunder.
3 up though for GX. They don't have a lot to work with. Flickless needs the frag. Something to get swung on. It's going to be Ara finding him. But Pac-Man comes alive. And Flickless solo on the side. Hunter's rolling thunder's there. He can make use of it. But Devi swings on in. And finally, GX are forced to succumb. The overpowering pace,
A1
shooting power of this PRX team will send them first into the playoffs.
How are you supposed to beat PRX
Let's
when
go.
Jing and